What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Road to Goal career mode with Plymouth, episode number 29. And today we have got the end of the January transfer window. We have got deadline day. Obviously, first up we have got a sim game. Now again, I probably would have obviously played this game as it is an away game, and I do like to obviously play away games only because most of the Premier Leagues have, most of the Premier League teams have the stadiums. So obviously I like to go to different stadiums, but there again, when you get hard opponents, you kind of sometimes can't play them games, and it is hard sometimes. But you know, you just gotta, I just kind of pick the games on the basis where people are in the table and kind of what squads they have. But as you see, again, like last episode, so many clubs coming in for Zach Clough. I mean, I can't remember how many clubs wanted him. It was just so many. And I see actually Arsenal accept a deal for Iwobi, and we offered him a contract. And that's it. As you see, Hanover do finally accept a counter offer for Zach Clough. He has left now. He's gone for 15.5 million, which I think is a pretty good deal, to be fair. 2 million under the price that I was normally asking for, so I'm quite happy with that deal. As you see, the player that I thought would be good to replace him and had a bit of kind of more pace and power than kind of creativity, as now I've obviously brought in this Jack Payne guy who was actually moved to Huddersfield in real life, but you know, he brings kind of more creativity as well. So I think to bring in more pace and more power, you know, better finishing in that position as well, I decided to obviously put a deal in for Niang. Obviously in Man City in this game. He's actually at AC Milan in real life, but you know, we'll try and get a deal. You know, I won't have to pay that much money, I don't think, for him. But anyway, as you see, the first game of the episode was actually against Arsenal. And I see, like I said, you know, I can't miss this game. It's against Arsenal, man. You know, they're one of the best teams in the Prem. Well, you know, some will disagree, but I think they are one of the better teams in the Prem. But anyway, it was 0-0 going into half time. It was more Arsenal than me, to be fair. I'm not going to live it down. They were just, and you could probably tell as well. To be fair, Arsenal was actually one of the first teams we was playing in the start of the season, and I thought I got a bit robbed in that game. But as you see, not many chances in this game whatsoever. And as you see, in the 90th minute, we get a frigging goal out of nowhere. The tables are turned because obviously, like I said, we played Arsenal in one of the first games of the season, and they, you know, we was all over them, and they got a lucky goal and won 1-0. And it was kind of the opposite this time. You know, they was all over us, and we got a lucky goal. Except our goal was in the 90th minute. It was a great goal by Craig Tanner. Don't get me wrong, he didn't get kind of you know, charged down or out to the ball. He just had a lot of space, a lot of time, and he picked his spot. But as you see, Williams was out for 8 weeks, and I was kind of happy because, as you see, we are about to sign Iwobi. He'll be coming in for not a lot of money whatsoever. You know, I was quite happy with this price. But obviously, you can buy younger players that are not a good rating from bigger clubs for not that much money. And as you see, you also complete a deal for Adam Federici, who'll now be my second goalkeeper. You know, I didn't want to pay that much for a second goalkeeper, and you know, I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. He's 73 rated still. He is quite old, but like I said, he will be my second goalkeeper. And also Paul Digby hasn't really lived up to his potential I thought he would be. We sent him out on loan to Fulham. And also Jamie Allen, yeah, I can't offer a deal for Birmingham for him, see if he'll be off. And as you see, Man City actually accepted a deal for us for 7 million. We obviously put in a contract deal for the lad. And I see this Ravel Tootley guy, I think this is Steven Gerrard's regen. I'm not quite sure. He's 70 rated, 18 years old. Hopefully he is. And I see we actually do sign Enyang. Look at them stats. You know, don't get me wrong, there's a few yellows, but the main stats that I wanted him to have are green and dark green, which is the main thing. Anyway, we had a FA Cup game against Brentford at home. You know, league championship side, sorry. Was going to sin this every day of the week. And as you see, we do end up winning. Played a second squad. Quite happy with that. But as you see, we do actually get a deal for this. I think it's Steven Gerrard's regen. I'm about 90% sure. And, you know, as you see, we do actually end up signing him, really. You know, 1.5 million plus Luke Freeman. Luke Freeman's hardly played. I mean, don't get me wrong. He wasn't the worst of players. He just never really got into the squad. Because you I only play one centre mid, and he's never really kind of got into the squad. But the main thing is we signed this guy. But anyway, I've also had this Thomas Kilman guy on my shortlist for about 2 or 3 seasons now, and I decided to go sign him. I had a bit of money left from that Zach Clough deal, and also this young free agent Guzman, 66 rated, 19 years old, decided to sign him as well. Already gone up a rating when I first signed him, so he's looking quite good for the future. Don't get me wrong, my centre backs are pretty solid and are pretty good at the moment, but just to get him in for a bit of squad depth, because my second centre back, well, my third centre back, sorry, my sub one is actually Ben Mee, and he actually went down a rating recently to 74. So I'm looking for a new centre back, and also with like 3 hours left of the transfer window, we actually signed Thomas Kilman, and there it was. Deadline day was done. Happy with my signings, to be fair. A bit gutted that I lost Zach Clough, but you move on. We got a lot of money for him, which I was quite glad with, and I would say I put that to good use, signing Enyang and a few kind of young players. But anyway, the transfer window was over. We was looking to kind of pick up where we left off and go strong as we had done in the first half of the season, because we at one point we was 1 point behind Swansea in second place, but we kind of dropped off. To be fair, this time around, me playing the games picks up more point than me simming them, because obviously I don't have the highest rated squad. So in sim games, if I played someone like Arsenal, obviously they would win me. But to be fair, I ain't doing that bad in sim squads. I'm drawing more than losing, which I'm quite happy with. But anyway, it was against Stoke in this second game, and to be fair, guys, before that first goal went in, I had a few chances, and I thought I deserved that lead, really. In the end, it was actually a really good finish from Iwobi. He had one really early on, which, kind of got saved from the goalkeeper, Viviano, who's their goalkeeper in this game. It kind of got cleared off the line, it was trickling in, but in the end it got cleared. But the main thing is he gets his first goal of the season, first goal for his Plymouth career, and the first goal of the match, and also that put us 1-0 into the second half. But I thought Stoke wasn't really pressuring me, to be fair. They weren't doing much. As you see, the game's kind of ticking on a bit. Not a lot of chances going on in the second half. Somehow that, I don't know if it hit the crossbar or my player had headed it off the line. But either way, they nearly scored. In the end, Harvey had to pull a good save. And as you see, Juve, great goal. I'm not even gonna say out for that. It's just a great finish, to be fair. Harvey, not gonna blame him. Can't do out about it. As you see on the replay, they did very well with counter attack. Juve just used his pace, and in the end, from a tight angle, to be fair, fired in a great finish. One of the best finishes I've kind of conceded this season. And also he gets his 6th for the season and puts Stoke back into the game, and quite late on, really. But as you see, when did Juve turn into Messi? Because since he scored that goal, look at that shot. Since he scored that goal, he went on a rampage there. But the main thing was we could hold on in the end. A bit gutted to kind of lose the goal in that fashion, that kind of late on, because I hate conceding late goals. When I was in the Championship, I was the one that would always concede the first goal and have to obviously score 2. But now I'm the one that's scoring the first goal, and obviously teams that obviously want to beat me will have to score 2, which I'm quite glad with, really, because I think every team mainly wants to score the first goal, because it means if you have to lose in the end, the other team has to score 2 and work harder. But anyway, it was against Southampton in the last game of the episode, and I was expecting a hard game, to be fair. Southampton, I think about 10 games in, was actually in the relegation zone. Now they're near kind of 6th place, so doing very well. But as you see, we took the lead in the 22nd minute. Iwobi getting his second goal in 2 games, second goal this season, and he puts us 1-0 up. So good finish there. That left wing spot what he's in now, he's doing very well. And if he keeps performing and scoring goals, he might take it off the injured Williams who's obviously injured at the moment. As you see as well, Ben Osborne, who has good free kick stats. That's a good free kick there. Somehow Jack Butland, who has moved to Southampton, pulled off a brilliant save there. Don't know how, but as you see from that goal kick, they've frigging go and scored. The goals that I've conceded this episode, we've only really conceded 2, but both goals have been flipping bangers. Sadio Mane, can you not just go to Liverpool and not be in this game? But just a fantastic shot. Again, Harvey, having no chance with it. And I see he gets his only third goal this season, which is quite surprising, really, to say kind of the ratings he... Well, I don't know what rating he is. It's probably around 78 or more. But yeah, that was the first half, 1-1. Quite respectable, really. I mean, I did have my chances. Southampton had theirs. But, I thought a draw was pretty fair to going into the second half. But, I wanted a win, as I normally do. And as you see, we find a brilliant ball to Niang. He's through on goal, 1-on-1 with Jack Butland. And there's only going to be one winner. That's why I brought him into the squad. He is actually a striker. Play him in the camp position. He's got good finishing. Look at this, a great play from Iwobi. He's now got a goal and an assist, and Yang gets his first goal of for Plymouth, really. So yeah, well done to him. His first goal of the season in the Premier League. Probably didn't get much playing time at Man City, to be fair. But as you see, guys, you can probably tell Southampton scored. I mean, oh my God, another late goal. I mean, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. But, what can I do at the end of the day? Did Southampton deserve it? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, second half, I thought I was the better team. It was just, why didn't someone mark him? I hate this FIFA with marking because no one does it. And as you see, in the end, we get another draw. So, a bit disappointing this episode. I know we won Arsenal 1-0, kind of a late goal. But there again, FIFA thought, well, if you get a late goal, you've got to get conceded too. And, we've dropped points this episode, but the main thing is we're still doing quite well in the league. And I'm kind of still happy where we are. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!